Today we are discussing Ahura Mazda and review of the diabolos. Me say diabolos no wa wentimi anhwe bia no e wo platform no so betumi akọ Google no wa hye no wanyamu details. I will pick a few questions from there and answer when there is a little time for me. Did you know that some Christian leaders equate my lecture on Prometheus with Lucifer? In some bebresi wa sorry na nipa na wa sorry ho na so no mbeye video no mo de asenem. We don't have to blame them, but rather we share wisdom and learn from each other. That's the beauty of Revelations platform. You don't blame anybody. Me, you don't create a group to tarnish my personality like person, anything you do with the show, it's not a problem. But don't get under my skin, oh. If you get under my skin, and they are no dear. Nobody should disturb me. And can you chain him dear together? Say you say word do surah. Before you know now that they will defend. We all defended the Bible with our blood. Oh. And so you call your name you say, oh, and then crophobia someone no more can we all grow together. And you know, if obi fast show no yani BBI, it's not a problem. But my personality dear, offer there, I will come after you. Because knowledge there, that's how it's supposed to be. We share it. The way they need the abana, way they need the aba, that is how it's supposed to be in Tinka and your problem. It's an interesting angle. When you see all the videos all over, and I appreciate it, it's very nice. Essentially, this means that in some religious opinions, my last editorial represents devil-like teachings. Just me chere brunsam me more brunsam so akosoro na yesu so aka o se obesi na asode dan na sam na do punu ntumi ntwi mfaso nti say if that's the promise whatever I left, why are you having a problem with me anyways? You people always have a problem with others. Even in the same church you have problem with yourselves, so it's cool. Because I mentioned Prometheus inti adani asem ni din keke. Me boy, you know. Man perform rituals biao. In fact, man chire bibia. In fact, man chire mu di entia. Omu fa eagle ntakre. No mu ku abue bia. Omu twa ni kidney. Ana ne body part ne wo ni organs ne wo ni inside no. Ede to so chechere. I didn't even explain anything about that court. And so me kan keke. Ni din keke na me boy, you know. Almost see, hey, a fiesika. We be a co woman, a becrame. It is say no me pejabrun some in Juma air cosro. Maame bi kura say, mra ye you almost say brun some Juma no nyamia hindi yakese. It is a miso me say, we the net as a brun some hindi yakes and a one yakasi jana moaso or on the bequa. Manka rich was bio. In fact, almost nyami impona. Omode fair destiny abuano ni organde yade no kra. They didn't know it is for the Prometheus occult of one omo rituals, because according to mythology no Zeus eloke no ojae anomama no so onkodi ni organ no di na afifi na ono ne torment it said they are so hellfire amabro nsame no de no until when they are doing rituals they use abuane feathers no more use organs. This is the reason why muku abuampo for sa nyame na mututu ne part ne organs na mututu de ma sa nyame no manko details we will still go deep into it but manko and a madane brunsami why adentia because I mentioned Prometheus no my baba dane brunsa madan why because religion is serious about Satan or Shaitan. The same word Shaitan means the adversary, which last week I explained in total about it, that it connects Prometheus and Lucifer as characters that oppose the established order. Michire musa ufre Jesus ubefre devil ana ufre Adam and Eve ubefre wo ufre Zeus ubefre Prometheus ufre we ya ubefre we ufre Satan ufre Allah. Oh, Satan will arrive obia woni opposition MPP NDC. Mang baby amusua fi. And so we call them diabolos. Obi a oppose adversary. Obi a oni obi trinity tan. So me like this, I have a lot of diabolos. Obi bisa comment bi e wo comment section wo mesre ya anko. Or say does it mean we the pairs are diabolos? I think so. Are we because anytime you want to save mankind, the gods that want to turn them into something else, you know, they don't want to allow that. Now one day be one meka asem bi akyerem de entia yawe otan ema eni ne entia okum neba Jesus. You people feel it's for salvation. It's not. Never. But make sure adeko ana or establish entia o yes ade no. Okay? Any de entia Yesu oni papa e won ho na eye Holy Spirit. Make sure all these things. We are going to talk. And you can't do nothing too. You can't kill me either. What have you not done? Why a BBAB and Siaga? Nti friend diabolos they can call us anything they want. I understand the point of Christians calling me the devil because I explained that the league of the diabolos gods embody the spirit of rebellion that Lucifer or Satan also represent. Into opposition be diabolos. Into some free pals and say diabolos are so be it. Therefore, if Maame Grace is doing an alternative theory of adversaries as gods of good who rather helped humanity, then it means I, greatest G, someone say, Maame Grace is satanic. Me ye shaitan. It's okay, oh. It's okay. But abusia, they are lying. I'm not. And I will tell you why I am not shaitan. Nanga me ye shaitan, nanga munga fans are making ukrumu, nanga mube to me, nanga mema mwa jiramo. Because mwa nukura muntu mi nkura, na mwa kura mwa yasi. Mwa muko massage na muko ji happy endings. Yes, say, you for ne kofe, pa so for ne a Christopher. Me say mo, info. Muinfo. Enti abusia, I want to explain why they feel so. I've spent a lot of time thinking about how to present my spiritual ideas. Me taking me time. Enti na me be different when it comes to spirituality. Me na make sure say me, I have changed the entire media space. You can accept it or not. Me. One challenge is that the way the diabolos gods have been portrayed has often been affected by Christian beliefs. Omo wa attention, omo wa time, ewo omo hu, ekra chen, omo okokotako, yawe nankasa. Because they will go to all night to break them, they will go to the papa yon film poda. Mushe nasum, eshine ni sokora yon film. As for Christianity, anything older than the Bible is abonsamejuma. And nothing na me call ton kofa Prometheus. So they will know that the biggest lie ever they are protecting is even small. Say we are saying 2,000 years. It's your choice, so that's why me tremu na me call Prometheus. So there are many diabolos gods I could talk about to explain the theory, but I decided to focus on the character of Prometheus because he existed long before Christianity. To me chamo ena me call ye na ma shaky ubre no na wa thinking deep because almost copy paste ya copy paste ya e din na me kire say omo no omo chas e wiase ase ibisa na me pese me ma obibi na wo dwen ho say wiase mpo sa asem ne keke enye 2,000 years. Now if that is the case and then enye yawe ne bo wiase because Yahweh a copy from this Greek gods, this mythology. Into how then are you defending the Bible with everything? Something that is copied. Oh, copy and paste. And it's a doing way now when say you copy and you paste. This will give you a clear evidence that the Bible is not for the entire world, but it is somebody that copied something to create on one generation. I have done Gene of Isis on this same platform. The mythology existed years before the birth of Christ in the Bible. So they didn't start anything, nothing. So whatever I was talking about, I was trying my best. I was trying hard to take Christian fraternity out of my equation. But still, because I mentioned Satan, I mentioned but still. The story was deeply embedded in ancient Greek culture long before Christianity emerged. Inti we mu nyina omo kokope inti na nipa wo hodada o. Inti no so ka se wiase ahyase wo Bible ma obi ni wiase ahyase no no. We should be a very simple thing for us to understand, but there be ye beku because ye feel say ye wo doma ene kire say ade ne ye papa na Bible na kasa ka say ekwan na ekọ enkwaje mu ni ye kwahe na de ekọ obronsam jem na ye kakraka nti mu hototo omo aka ho a ene mo amonya mo balance ne mo calculation. As deeply revealing as the editorial was, and as my editorial was, it is not a reaction against Christianity. So my fellow Christians, relax, water. Cause malame mbanso so ojina wato nyum. Wotumi kal wode kwa sola hodo wo kokoto ndwom. Wode chenyankopon anyunya. Me enforce obi a. That doesn't mean say my rent madwene ama. Inti dia me open na menka. Enuele etuni. But nim how to deal with your emotion because mo fraternity nankasa control emotions. But when you control your emotions, small things, no why you. Timisi mun dealing with mo emotions. Yes, asema emfa mo ho kra. Mo beje ama mo ho. Eno so emboa mo. Don't stop your church members from learning and expanding their consciousness. Don't do that. Already, you damage the people by separating them from their soul, detaching the spirit, scattering their trinity, body, soul, and spirit. Na mama wo donate soul no. Ma ground your moha, ayo mo earthbound, mo recycle omo sa. Enti so be so be a little effort no we sua de so that be redeeming his soul no. Na fe de was start say or ascend there. And also so you don't want people to learn at all. If say me bisa say you intentional. And now so said then, but so na muye the same people are more preaching heaven and the children crofo way. And no na ye eba for me no. Me who say mo sheda, say mo sheda, say ye then you people should give the people opportunity to learn. So they are able to understand themselves. When you say heaven, it's talking about your higher self. Or God is talking about your higher self. When you say Satan or hell, you are talking about your lower form. And when you say Jesus, you are talking about your body. Explain these simple things to these people and make them understand that they should learn to ascend. It is only knowledge that will make you or help you to ascend. Nothing less, nothing more. Bankrofo we no di kind at disjoint by removing or taking the soul from them. So they are not able to connect with the spirit. And you don't want them to learn to correct that error so either. So maybe some intentional. And now so say nim and amoye. Maybe some where just a question amija at the amount. Why do you restrict people from learning? But you take your children to school to go and learn. And even the Bible you are holding, you have to learn it. How can you box your entire God or entire divinity in a small book like this? It doesn't make sense. When I say this, why do you get angry? I don't understand. And see, all I'm saying is that after taking their soul, allow them to learn. Give them that opportunity to redeem that soul so they are able to work on their ascension. This is very simple. I am rather your Satan. Oh, come on. Instead, see the teaching as an exploration of a rich, unpopular mythology that will broaden your spiritual eye and expand your knowledge. It is the only thing that will help your ascension. Until these three things align maybe in many days past I was not really on board with Christianity, but it's not in a negative way like how Satanism is often portrayed. No. So that once I say something that doesn't conform with the limit of your pastor's teachings, then you go about shouting that I'm satanic. And you say, "Oh, nice." I'm very cool with that. I'm learning, when I started, na minim say me face niyama, but of late, me some face small issue bi na me hu say there is more for me to handle. Inti magie me ho towards that. Modern day understanding of Satanism is not attractive at all, because there is this strange cannibalism culture tied to Satanism, and me, I don't have ability for that. Into who measure Satan for now, before from a family. And I'm too clean to be associated with those kinds of things. Mean to me. So who were near? What time me cry? You look at my things and you will know that I'm a very clean person. Nyaman chakam potom potobi. I can't stand it. Omo money me ejuma bi so. Me baby am pen baby apepepe o. Me a perfectionist. Baby am pen atade na haka krachi akura video no wa wo ye ubenya problem. Ipe mi bibia je light je bibia je eye late 5 minutes wayo ote ha say bisa no aso be shibasa. And because I do my things, these things that they portray in Satanism right now, this modern age, there's no way I can even belong there. In the early days of Hollywood, some characters took really terrible imagery from vampire movies and dark medieval themes and turned it into a kind of ridiculous cult in the name of Satanism. Movie, no, they have zero knowledge about those things. The truth is, modern day adversaries of God have gotten twisted and turned into something else. Adani bibi. Like Scientology and others. That's not what I mean when I talk about my view of the diabolos. Anani awotete no. Nye no na me pa akire se me kasa about the diabolos na.